I don't want anyone to commit suicide. But I'm just saying, being alive especially as a straight white Christian man in this society, it isn't worth it. And it's really never been worth it. But now there's not even any redeeming quality. You know, I'm applying to all these jobs. Like a gas station won't even hire me. Zero criminal record. Don't drink, don't smoke. And I'm like legitimately like fun to be around, honestly. I'm applying to all these jobs, all these hard jobs, all these easy jobs, just trying to get what I can get. But like for what? Like then what really? Which is actually kind of what made me go crazy when I had a job is like I was stacking my money, trying as hard as I can to not get injured from like working so much. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go into Walmart or whatever, and like I'm dieting so much that like I don't go out to eat anymore, and it's a waste of money. So I'm never gonna meet anyone. And like every now and then, the cashiers that haven't been replaced by robots who are promiscuous, they're gonna smile at me every now and then. And that's I'm never gonna talk to them. If they talk to me, I'm gonna be generally nice and just, I don't want a burden. I don't want an accusation. I don't want to be labeled a player or that I string someone along, but I also don't want the opposite of that. Because I know it's just gonna create pain. I'm not gonna tease someone that I know I couldn't be with. But then they get mad for that, and that's a whole other conversation. So it's like I'm working, even if you get the hardest job in this area that takes a lot of stress, a lot of math, and physical capability, it's not enough to actually buy anything. It's just enough to like buy slightly higher quality food than you normally would. And maybe like a video game console. But I don't even play games anymore. Like even when I'm unemployed, I'm just rage applying places. And you walk into one of these air conditioned places. There's like women behind the counter. It's like they all but laugh at you. I went to the unemployment office the other day. No one was even in there. All the women were outside walking, eating and on their phones. And this was at like 4 p.m. So it wasn't lunch or anything. This old lady came up and said they're all online now and I should just get on Indeed. I'm like, yeah, I already been on Indeed. Like, all those jobs are fake. That's why I came here. I spent gas money to come here. Because my town doesn't have an unemployment office anymore. So I have to drive like a city and a half over to get told it's online. I'm like, then what do you do? What are y'all like 8 women doing here all day? Judge guys like me? Call us brokies? Say that we don't want to work anymore? It's like, well, if all I had to do was sit in an office chair and have entitlement, I probably would hold on to whatever job I had, you know. And I'm not trying to, like, you know, offend anybody. It's just what it is. Like, I understand sitting in a chair all day can give you back pain, but it's like twisting and heavy lifting 70 to 200 pounds every day for 11 hours can also give you back pain in the heat, except for you have to quit that job. And then you can't draw benefits or anything. And then everyone's like, yeah, let the immigrants come over. All the white women. Okay. Cheap labor, yeah. That puts me out of a job. It reduces the standards. It reduces safety standards. The white women who are okay with that don't have to work next to these people. You don't have to stay in a hotel room with them out of town because you're building a school somewhere. Sharing a toilet with these guys. Getting STDs or crabs that they brought over from their country. You understand? Yeah. You can call it racism, but really your decisions are positionally screwing over men that you're making fun of for being broke. Imagine having no criminal record, working with felons all day long, domestic American, virgin, and like getting STDs because some white women sitting in an office doing nothing said that you're a racist if you don't. And so then there's a bunch of guys unemployed living with their parents who are grown men who just can't, there's not a position open. And then these untaxed immigrants are buying like entire apartment blocks, driving nicer cars than you, with families. But that's not eugenics. They marry their own race and only date their own race and reproduce. That's not eugenics. And then they draw all these benefits. I have $15 in my bank account right now after working my entire life. No benefits. And that $15 is reserved for gas for if one of these places calls me back. That's the position I'm in right now. At the end of this week, my phone service is going to go out of date. I won't be able to pay my storage unit, which has my dead parents' stuff in it. And my vehicle taxes are due June 6th, which is next month, in about 15 days. Is that whining? Or is that just positionally 100% accurate of what it actually is and nobody cares? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I applied at a gas station like April 29th, and like May 14th I saw on Facebook, job marketplace, blah blah blah. They're like, we're hiring. I'm like, I sent you an application like in person and came back like 2 times. And you're like, we don't have a position filled. So I go in there today after seeing that post. I'm like, so did y'all fill like the position? He's like, no, they hired a girl and she never showed up. I'm like, well, here I am. I'm showing up and you're not even paying me. I've showed up for work 3 times and you haven't even paid me. Yeah, I'm spending my gas money asking to, like I've built schools. Okay, in the freezing rain, in 110-degree heat, doing complex math that has to withstand tornadoes. The stuff I build. I think I can handle pressing a couple buttons on a register in the air conditioning and selling cigarettes to some crackheads for like minimum wage. No traffic violations, don't drink, don't smoke, no criminal record. The guy I'm talking to has like piercings all over his face and tattoos and stuff. No judgment, but just saying like am I not part of the club or what? I'm not good enough to press the buttons on the register. You're gonna gatekeep a gas station job from me. He's like, I'll tell her. Her. Yeah, it's always a woman, isn't it? The manager's always women, no matter where you go. It's honestly, it's kind of crazy. Psycho, bitter, middle-aged single moms. They want one beta male to work there, and then they hire the rest females. And then they're all stressed because nothing ever gets done, and there's just a bunch of drama. Or they get busted for like selling pot out the back or something. And they all have sex with each other. I'm over here like, yeah. Yep. I'm grateful for the overcast weather though. But like even if I made a bunch of money, but not enough to actually do anything, what am I gonna do? Go to a strip club? Buy alcohol? Buy cigarettes? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna spend my money on? Other than the least poisonous food I can. And a way quadruple overpriced apartment to finally have some privacy. And then eventually I'm just going to get older and get injured because I work a man's physical labor job that does not pay enough to retire anymore. Or I'm just going to be at work one day and get crushed by a drunk foreigner. Or a new hire. I've seen it happen right in front of me multiple times. That's my life. That's the success story. That's what you get if you can get and hold a job. That's what we accomplished with this country. If I want kids, I have to get with a single mom and raise another man's kids. I'll never know what it's like to take a white woman's virginity. Does that sound controversial? I feel like it's not. I feel like I deserve that. If I've been waiting till marriage, I feel like I deserve, the equal thing. Especially women are supposed to be the more purity-based ones, right? But like guys are more pure than women, so like even some of the most pervy guys are more pure than some of these women that act like they're little angels. I don't get it. I don't know what to do. I've done everything I can. Should I just live out of my truck, buzz my hair, and try to get a full-time job and just save my money for 30 years and try to build a shack in the woods, or like what? Like what's the there's like zero standard anymore. Like you're not gonna make it. Like you're just not gonna make it. If you have a perfect track record, you're not gonna make it. Unless you're a glorified Nepo baby with zero morals, you're not gonna make it. But I also can't save enough to like make art. Like I'm gonna save for years to make one art project that counts for nothing in the attention economy. Okay, and let's say I make a music video that costs me 10 grand to make, or even just $1,000 to make, but it took me a year or two of my life to save that. And even if it hits, dude, and it gets 1,000,000 views or 4 million views, it's not the attention economy. It's not watch hours. I'm broke. I would be broke. I would have millions of views and be broke. Professional music video, professional musician, and then AI would scrape my best work and regurgitate 30,000 versions of it uploaded on the internet and drown me in the ocean of information. I got one dopamine hit out of it, out of all that hard work. That's if anybody even liked it. So it's kind of like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm not even asking to win. I'm just tired of losing. And I'm not even like a loser mentality, dude. It's like, it doesn't matter. If you're positionally screwed, your mentality doesn't matter. Unless you shave your head and go live in the woods and you're just like a Zen monk that's like working. Like you show up to a gas station. But I can't even get a job at a gas station. Like, I'm at a crossroads right now to send applications but don't show up, to save my gas to go to work if someone calls me back, or keep trying to go places but then not have gas to show up. That's the position I'm in right now. This week. I don't have any other choice. It doesn't matter how I feel about it, doesn't matter. You know, am I crying right now? No. Way worse has happened to me. But I'm just saying, I'm about to lose my everything, what little I have. I'm about to completely lose it. Right? It's been a slow death for the past like 2 or 3 years of just not having any options. You because it costs so much to live. I'm dead in the water, and even wanting to move. It's like, get up and move, get up and do something, go, save yourself, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It costs more money to move around in a circle and rattle cages than it does to sit there and rot, which is why a lot of people do that. It costs money to keep your phone on and keep gas in your vehicle and keep driving around taking shots, even the tiniest, crappiest shots, versus somebody's out there just living on unemployment. And I'm not even judging at this point, because look at me, so I'm not even judging. Don't have to have gas in the car, don't have to have minutes on your phone, and they're being fed and they're finding a way to survive and live. And once again, I'm not even judging that. I have zero connections. I have no friends. And I've never lived a day in my life. No one will hire you if you have a backbone. They won't. Doesn't matter how much money you make them. I'm not saying you talk bad. I'm just saying if you have a backbone, they're not going to hire you. You could actually break stuff all the time and not show up for work, but if you're a little brown noser, they'll keep you on. If you're exceptional, they're intimidated by you. But then if you don't talk and you drag your feet, then they complain about that. I don't see how other people are so rude and they get away with whatever they want. It's pretty crazy. I don't get it. I'm not rude, I just tell it how it is. I don't even cuss or yell or anything. And it makes people just absolutely crash out. Or they get the psycho, office smile face, twitching. I can't believe you just said the obvious truth in front of everybody. It's yeah, that's what the problem is. You don't even have to fix it, but you can't ignore it now. You have to be yep. Yeah, so even if everything turns around for me, there's nothing here for me. Not in this country, not in any country. on Earth, there's just nothing here for me. I'm gonna do a little art project every now and then, once every year or two, slaving away, slaving myself out. You know, instead of like, you can either be a little less screwed, not well off, but you can either be less screwed or actually do something you're passionate about. Which is why I'm in the position I'm in, because I took risks. And the economy just got worse and worse. It never bounced back. It didn't even hiccup. So, you know, I don't even have the money to commit suicide now, to be honest. I told myself I would never, I would have like this like $300 to $600 reserved, so I could always buy something, buy a little something something, a little bang bang, and I would do it in a way where it would be easy cleanup for the poor souls that have to move dead bodies. But like, I'm not even depressed. I'm just completely positionally screwed. It, like, snuck up on me. So like now I can't even do that.